I'm still without power, so I decided to start a live on the phone, just to test how it goes. Let me see what I can do. Maybe we can do a Q&A. No. No, not Q&A. Okay, let's see. Damn it. Guys, this... Wow. Fantastic. Okay. Can I even see the freaking chat here? I really don't know how this works. I mean, this is just for a test. It's not going to go for too long. It's not going to go on for too long, but oh man, it is just so annoying that maybe it's the data centers. I don't know what's causing the power going out. Honestly, I don't know if it's someone overloading the grid. I don't know if it's a problem with the distributor. I don't know. Like weather is it is what it is, but it's not raining. There is no strong wind. The issue is that the power came back, lasted enough for me to turn on the computer, and then it went out again. And before that, it came back, lasted for 25 minutes, and then it went out again. So I don't know if it's worth at this point to even consider streaming. Can you hear me? I don't know if this works at all. Am I even audible? Because I turned off the camera, obviously. I don't want to be on camera, but I don't know if the mic seems to be on, but I don't know if it's working. YouTube doesn't have too many indicators here. Yeah, we can hear you. Okay. Hello, Mikan. I've been trying to get in for 2 minutes. Damn. Funny enough, even though this is like the most scuff live stream I have ever done, there is 9 people watching. Well, but yeah, I don't know what's happening with the power. We can hear you but not see you. Yeah, that's perfect. I don't want you guys to see me. I'm probably the ugliest I can be today. So that's fine. Man, 22 people watching. Oh, because it's a vertical. They must be clueless with what's happening. Yeah. But guys, it's so annoying because today was the first day in like 2 weeks that I finally had some time for myself, and electricity has been going out every hour. Everything has been going wrong. I was looking so forward to today's stream, and damn, like I'm currently without power. Like there is no power, and I don't know how long that will be the case. Or bots joined? No, I think the vertical streams are fairly popular in general. People likes vertical streams and stuff like that. They also YouTube tends to boost them on the algorithm, and as people is seeing that there is no camera or no footage going on, they are leaving. So yeah, they are easier to deal with. Yeah, but I think that at this point, the one thing we can do is a little bit of a Q&A. You can ask me mostly anything as long as it's not personally identifiable information. Or time for a vertical VA stream. I don't know if I can stream Blue Archive in this format, because the time I tried to what's the name? The time I tried to look at Discord while being live, it didn't work. I think I would have to open the app before starting the stream. I don't know how to stream the game from my phone, but I can take any Blue Archive questions. Blue is not possible, it will be too small of a window. Yeah, that's very likely to be the case. Now vertical phone, gotta be Uma Musume. Hello Ryan, how you doing? How you doing? I don't have Uma Musume on my phone though. And I don't know if I can install it without breaking the stream. Uh wait, let me grab something. Maybe there is something that I can show you. Let me see. Let me see if I have something fun that I could show you guys. Orientation. Okay, it's fine. There is no camera anyways. Okay, let me see if I can show you something. What you can hear is me looking in between my things to find something to show you, like a show and tell stuff. That's a good one, Ryan. Yeah. Let me see. My manga collection is on the other place. I wanted to show you some of the manga I brought from Japan when in 2014. How about? Oh, I know. I have something that is pretty cool. I don't know if it's easily accessible right now. Nope, that's not it. I don't know what to show you guys. Okay, question. What is your channel profile pic about? It's from the. Do you remember when the during chapter 1 of the Trinity story arc, I think? No, during chapter 1 of the Shiroko Terror story arc, there was a moment where the moon was red. That it's from there. It's from that Shiroko Terror image we had during that story arc. In the full picture, there is Shiroko standing looking at the moon, at the eclipse. It's not the arc. No, it's from the. It's that scene where Shiroko is looking at the moon. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions. Again, as long as it's not personally identifiable info, I'm happy to answer. Maybe this is a good time to have a little chat. Which, by the way, it's interesting because I've been getting recommended a lot of clips of. By the way, this is not a question, but I'm able to do EX challenges now. Ooh, nice! Congrats. Well, Nightbot is still working. That's good. That's very good. By the way, do I sound too different in the phone microphone compared to the microphone I use regularly? Because in theory, the microphone I have is like a pretty good microphone, but I don't know how different it is from the phone microphone. With a few tries? Well, believe me, most people takes a few tries. So you're doing well, Mikan. You're doing very well. Oh yeah. So what I was saying is I've been recommended a lot of clips of a guy that is talking about the Stop Killing Games initiative. And it's fun. It's funny because I recognize it. I recognize you, but it still feels different with in sense with more unclear. Oh, so the sound is dirtier. I see. Okay, but it's because there is more background noise, or because my voice sounds different. Crispy voice, I think. Ooh, that's good. I mean, as long as you can understand what I'm saying and it doesn't sound weird, it's fine. I know there is a lot of background noise right now because you can probably can hear the streets, you can probably hear some nuts cracking. Yeah, the crackling is a family member that is crackling a shipment of nuts that just arrived today. So that crackling noise, there is nothing I can do about. The nuts had to be cracked because they are going to be used for cooking. So yeah. Mm, let's see. Do I have anything interesting to show you guys? I don't think so. I'm pretty boring now that I think of it. No, maybe I'm just too shy. Also, there's a little bit of mess in my desk, so it's gonna look nasty. But oh yeah, so I was telling you guys about this stop killing games thing. But what I find funny is that I appreciate that there is still people that can have a conversation without having to condemn everyone that disagrees with them because everything is so polarized right now. I want to try for Torment now. I think I'm ready to try it once. Yeah, you're more than ready, man. I think you can do it. I think you can do it. Being able to speak on a mic in front of random people on the internet is far from being shy. Oh no, I'm very shy, man. Keep this in mind. I can do it because you guys cannot see me. Because there is no way in hell that I would be able to speak if I had the camera on. Even if I had like my best face on, like I was shaved and properly, like properly comb my hair and everything, I would not be able to speak with the camera on. That would be out of the realm of possibility. And also like speaking to you guys at this point is like speaking to friends. Being able to speak is also a big step. Yeah, that's very true. But it's also because I feel more confident on it. Because, as I said, talking to you guys is like speaking to my friends. You guys are all OGs, have been here for so long. I have grown accustomed to talk to you guys. But I cannot say the same in a more broad sense. Like keep in mind that every time that I see a new viewer in the streams, I still get a little nervous because I start thinking, okay, I have to give them attention because I want them to remain, but I don't want to sound in a way or in another. Or what are they going to think about me? Will they like what I do? Will they like the game I'm playing? Maybe they watch the channel and now they will not watch it anymore because they don't like me anymore, or stuff like that. That's a big compliment. Thank you, Sherlock. But I really mean it. I would not be saying that if I didn't mean it. I really think like, while I know it's very parasocial to say, but at a certain point, when you grow accustomed to a person or to a group of people enough to be able to speak naturally with them, yeah, you may not be able to say, oh, we're like close friends, but I think it's not that far from actual friendship. And it's very interesting because in the last few years, I think that most of my friendships have started online, and it's interesting because in the beginning I was very skeptical of the online friendships, but in time I've realized that as long as both parties are willing to keep up with the friendship and stay in contact, they are very real. And yeah, I was more skeptical. I was like, yeah, but I mean, it's online. You never know. It's hard to know who's behind the screen. There are so many things that you can think of that are very hard to grasp when you are behind the screen. But in the end, a friend is someone that shares your interest, that you can have fun with, that you can have a conversation with without having to you go at each other's throats or convince each other. So the only difference between a physical friend and an online friend is availability. And obviously, meeting with a friend in person, it has it's something special on its own. I feel like that human interaction in real life, it's it's healthier than simply online interaction. But to be fair, online friends can be very real too. Thing that I in the past I would not be able to say. I wonder. Ah, there we go. Now I should be able to see all chats. But yeah, just passing by to say your VA videos are great help. Hey, thanks for passing by. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos, and I'll keep trying my best. Tomorrow I will probably be uploading the Magical Girls reviews for Susumi and Reisa if they get announced. But considering that power has been going out all day and currently I'm without power, I have not been able to work on the video. So hopefully I will be able to work for it on it for tomorrow. But chances are looking slim. I can wait to pull for them. Me too, man. The only issue is that I'm very broke currently on both accounts. I haven't, like I said, today for the first time in 2 weeks, I finally had time for myself, and I have not been able to play Blue Archive at all. And today I have not been able to play Blue Archive at all because I have been most of the day without power. I have 71k pyroxene. Damn, that's nice. That's very nice. I'm a BA casual, so I can skip. How broke? I think that I have like 22k on one account and like 23 on the other one. Take your time. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I like to be very tempestive with my uploads. I try to have them as the announcements are made, but it is what it is. Sadly, there are things that are outside of our control, and in moments like this, it's important to keep that in mind and not torture yourself about it. 22k, that's pretty rough. Yeah, I know, man. I know. And hello, VJC. How you doing? How you doing? Man, I really wanted to finish Final Fantasy V today. My Enigma account went from 12k to 9k because I used them to level up Satsuki and Aimari, and I really wanted to beat up Gebura. But in the end, you got the insane clear, right? Gebura is very time insensitive, so it's a hard ride. Do not fool yourself thinking that you're bad at the game for not getting it, because Gebura is a very hard ride. Consider that my shitty two-team clear that was not even good in terms of time got me to platinum in Europe in the top 1k. You got it? Nice. Well, those are good upgrades at least. Imari is using a lot of places. Yeah. You got it cleared. Nice, nice. I'm proud of you, man. Never give up. That's my motto. Never give up. It has been dangerous at times, but hey, I got through. I was able to clear insane. One try, two teams. Nice. Congrats, man. I hope the little showcase we did on stream helped you. Even if, because like the people in the chat also was giving very valuable input in there. I think I'll upgrade track Yuka too. I have been using a 4 stars track Yuka for the longest time. She's fine at 4 stars. You can get her at 5 if you really want to boost her survivability, but it's not an urgent upgrade. Yeah, indeed. Track Yuka doesn't need bulk, as VJ says. If you want to upgrade someone, upgrade a buffer maybe. If you don't have DPSs to upgrade a buffer so you can get more buff duration. For example, Ako, New Year Kayoko, Himari, Kisaki, anyone that gets buff duration is a good call. She chills herself so often, she has a lot more effective health. Yeah, that's very true. Well, I'm glad at least I could start this live on the phone, man, because it felt like a waste to not be able to stream at all today. I lit a cookie. You probably can hear the bug. Okay, let's see if I can show you the cookie without showing my face. Can I show you the cookie? Yes, that's my cookie. Okay, that's enough. Ako is actually more health, not duration. Buffing units like Sihare can help, just not die. Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. Ako is more healing power. Yeah. That's a good cookie. But yeah, Ako is more healing power. Sorry, cannot recall everything off the top of my head right now. And without the computer to search stuff on the fly, I'm prone to make mistakes. G4 Ako is still good though. Of course, just not priority. Yeah, her normal skill healing can come up pretty clutch, is very strong. Even if it's single target, the amount of healing it provides, it's pretty nuts. Especially because it's on a relatively short cooldown. I don't remember if it's 25 or 30 seconds, but it's pretty fast. It is pretty fast. But yeah, buffers with duration or strikers that provide buffs, like Sihare, Diaru, and Waikayoko, bulking them up is good because they're very frail and having them have more HP will facilitate your runs. I know now that Hibiki does a shit ton of damage, more than Mashiro. I use Hibiki on my second team, switching out my UE50 Mashiro. Hibiki does a freak ton of damage because her normal skill is basically a free EX skill every, I don't know, 20 or 30 seconds, which is super fast. And her EX also has really good damage. But I think Mashiro EX is 3 points. It's one cost cheaper, I think. I don't remember. That's why she can be better in certain scenarios, but Hibiki, especially against big targets like Geura, it's a lot better. Hibiki against big targets, it is a lot better. Keep in mind that Hibiki can compete with Minori and Gregorius. Yes, exactly. Hibiki normal skill does more damage the less health they have. Yeah, and Hibiki is competitive with Minori and Gregorius. The only thing that freaks Hibiki in Gregorius over Minori is one, terrain, and two, that early, because the boss is full health, the damage ramp up takes a little bit, but if you're doing two team clears, Hibiki could outperform Minori overall, but it's Minori is more consistent. Minori is more consistent. Also, Minori giving explosive effectiveness is very handy because it's also boosting your strikers. So it's a little bit of a balancing act. Well, I don't know about outperform Minori. That's a tough ask, but I never tested. So proportionally, if Gregorius is below 50%, the damage output of Hibiki can get a little higher than Minori, but given the conditions, if Hibiki has good terrain and everything, it's it's a little better. She's not viable. Building her is a waste of resources now. I was looking for some excuse to build Minori, but she went out of the market too soon. No, no. Minori is very good. Minori is very good. She's super good in Gregorius. I still use her in Gregorius. I don't like the Hina comps. Yeah. If you're doing the Hina comps, yeah, you may not need her, but in Lunatic, Minori is extremely viable. Minor is absolutely viable. You can also use the Hina for Gregorius, so it's harder to justify the investment when the Hina is already built. That's all. Just imagine getting outclassed in a raid your EX is built for. Yeah, but you have to keep in mind that one, the Hina is first character. Two, on her release, she was probably the most broken character to date. And three, even today, Dijin is probably among the most broken characters in the game. So let's be fair. Minori, I have been using Dijina, clearing insane. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Dijin is just kind of an anomaly. I can still thinks she's the most broken. Well, I would agree. The only thing that puts me into a little bit of a maybe not anymore is between Swimsuit Mika, which Swimsuit Mika, it's pretty strong, but I feel like she requires a lot more setup than Dihina. And Battle Alice feels very freaking strong, but again, with Dihina you're only paying 6, with Battle Alice you're paying 12. So proportionally, Dihina is probably the most broken character still. That topic that will never be old. Dihina broke the game. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. She took the game, she slapped it 2 times, one on each cheek, and said, "Game mine now." I just feel Dihina is a lesson the game designers had to learn a hard way about over centralization. Yeah, indeed. I think that one of the reasons for us to be getting more weird mechanics and weird rules on raids is because of Dihina. I feel like Dihina broke red raids in such a way that they had to make Gebura, for example, so we cannot force Dihina in there. And I feel like we are getting those weird rule sets that are very prohibitive towards certain stuff, just to keep characters like Dihina out of the way. Because having one solution for everything is not fun. And even now, she's the one solution for 90% of the red raids. Being able to generate cost while using EX is just insane. That's true too. That's true too. Because while she's in firing stance, the EX bar keeps generating. In that sense, for example, Swimsuit Mika is a lot more fair because you have to pay every time you recast and the cost goes up. So, so yeah, that's the thing that the Hina, like with Mika, you have to pay more and more and more. With Alice, you have to pay 3 times. With the Hina, you pay once, shoot thrice, and you also gain cost. Gebura is deliberately made to counter the Hina? Yeah. I feel like the rule set of Gebura was made to keep the Hina out of the question. Because it was too oppressive. The Hina was way too oppressive and still is. In GA, explosive in GAs, when we have light variant, 99% of the time we're using the Hina. It's just too much damage, is all. It's too much damage too conveniently and too cheap. And she buffs herself permanently, granting herself effectiveness. Like she's just too good. Her kit is super synergistic. She's just too good. There is no flaw. She's made of paper, but she attacks from super far too. It's just too good of a character. But if I had to pick, I pick the Gorilla Princess every day. Long live the Gorilla Princess. She's much better. Even when her armor is weak, she will kill before she gets hit. Yeah, she just has too much damage. And again, 6 cost to do 18 cost worth of damage is nothing. I truly believe that the amount of damage she does is worth way more than 6. They homogenize too much with the release of Tihina. But hey, composite armor on the Alice may be the deal breaker that makes her better than Tihina because composite armor is stupid. It is more stupid than elastic armor. Keep in mind that composite armor currently has no weakness because corrosive damage does not exist in the game. So just imagine her also getting guaranteed crits. What is this short life, bro? Hello, Black Lockhart. I don't have power in my house. the power has been going on and off all day. I'm currently without power. So I started this because I felt it was a little bit of waste to not stream at all, because for the first time in 2 weeks I finally have some time for myself, and I was really looking forward to do the stream today. But hey, it is what it is. Well, that's a Mika thing. Yeah, thank God it's a Mika thing and not a Hina thing. Because if Hina also had guaranteed crits, that would be awful. I really think that it's good that they made that a Mika thing. Especially because, again, we don't want to homogenize content too much. For example, I feel like new Fest characters design has been a lot better, excluding the Alice and Kay right now because we don't know much about them. But for example, shouldn't you conserve your phone battery then? Yeah, I know. In about 10 minutes, I will end the stream anyways. I have 75%. I don't want to go under 70%, so probably about 10 minutes. But the thing is that, for example, Swimsuit Mika, she's a beast in Yesod and many other places, but she's still not replacing Hanako in Kurokage, for example. Rio is an excellent support, but she's not going to be always the best option, even though she is one of the most picked special supports. But there are situations in which you don't want her. Chiroko Terror is very good in certain scenarios, but not everywhere. Same with Hoshino, she's really good against high defense enemies. Like, I feel like after the Hina, they were a lot more careful with how they designed first characters. The only issue is that I think that went out of the window with Bad Lalis and Kay because of the freaking composite armor. Stickers? What is this? Oh, no, it's not stickers. I can make a Q&A or a poll. Huh. Maybe for another time. Aris is cool and finally got her first version, and that's and what's all and that's all that matters. I mean, if you're a fan of her, yeah, but design wise, I'm worried that the game is going in a direction I don't like. Also, why do you care, Black Lockhart? You don't even play anymore. Talking about playing, do you still play Snowbreak, Black Lockhart? Because I read somewhere that there is a chance that the game is going EOS, but I don't know. Nah, armor isn't that big. I think a lot of time, higher difficulty, it's resist or anything. That's true, but corrosive armor is resistant to two damage types, not one. I don't remember which are they, but it's resistant to two damage types, if I recall correctly. That's why I feel like it is a little bit stupid. Because Aris is one of the special students, and I was waiting for her to get her first version. I see, I see. Because elastic armor is resistant to light and neutral to everything else and weak to And I stopped playing Snowbreak because it just gets very boring. I told you, man, it gets very boring very fast because it's very repetitive. Is that game is just it it was hanging on a thread of horny people, but I don't know how long it's gonna last. The game is just too easy. But yeah. Hmm. Okay, guys. As much as I would like to continue chatting with you, it feels like the devs are too focused on the spicy part and they forgot about making the good entertainment. Yeah, that's true. They're very focused on making the skins as close to TOS as possible without breaking TOS for the app stores and everything else. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, guys, I think it will be ending soon. So if you have any questions, again, that are not personally identifiable questions or too much into my private life, feel feel free to ask. I think I will give you like 3 minutes and then I will be ending the stream because I don't know how long I will remain without electricity and I don't want to go too low with the battery. So starting now, you have 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes to ask me anything. AMA. Okay, guys. You have 3 minutes. And obviously, well, you guys already know. Any plans of visiting Japan again? I was very close to actually travel to Japan this year, but I couldn't make the calculations go my way. So this not this year, but in the near future, I hope to be able to go to Japan again. Yep. But man, I was so close to go by the end of this month. I'm making food now, so I don't have anything else to say. I see. 2 more minutes, guys, and I will be out of here. Also, tomorrow, man, I wish I could stream tomorrow, but I can't because I'm busy. Friday, if everything is normal, I should be able to stream as regular. I may stream a little longer because I really want to be done with Final Fantasy. We are in the last boss and I really want to defeat it. But I don't know. Hopefully, we don't need the full 2 hours, but just in case, I may stream a little longer because I really want to end it. So we're going to start with Elden Ring. But yeah. Also, I've been thinking about, I don't know, starting to mm, voice more opinions about gaming related stuff, as long staying away from the political and social shit, but more about like the gaming market and landscape in general, stuff like that. But I don't know if that could be of your interest, guys. But with that said, guys, I will be ending the stream here. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you managed to have at least some fun I am happy that I managed to do this, even though it's not ideal, but hey, it's better than nothing, I guess. Hopefully your power fixes itself soon. Remember to keep the fridge closed if possible. Yes, I will. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll see you this Friday. Bye bye.